Hey ladies, let's talk coverage. So I get this question sometimes as how can a brush determine how much coverage you get? So I like to start off by explaining it with the blush and bronzer blush. Sorry, my bloodhound got a hold of mine, but it's clean, I promise. So you think about whenever you are applying bronzer, you don't want to have clumps of really concentrated pigmented bronzer on your face because it's going to look dirty. You want something, a brush that's going to be very diffuse and fluffy and have long bristles so that it can evenly disperse that pigment where it needs to go. So that's a good idea, a way to explain it to you why the blush and bronzer brush gives you light coverage. Now on the other end of the spectrum, there's the buff brush, and it has very dense, very short bristles, and so it's going to be the opposite of the blush and bronzer brush. The buff brush is going to give you full coverage, and then the 3D brush has its bristles are kind of in the middle of these two as far as length and density, and so it's going to provide you more of a medium coverage. So I wanted to show you what the full coverage looks like. I've already gone ahead and applied my makeup, and when I do mine, I bounce my brush on my face just because I feel like it gives better coverage. This way it looks smoother, and I would also recommend this technique if you have more mature skin. You don't want to be pulling on fragile skin by sweeping the brush. So I would recommend bouncing the brush on your face. And I would even recommend whenever you're picking up the pigment out of your tins to bounce it like that as well, so that you don't pick up too much. If you sweep it through the tin, you might pick up too much, and you're just wasting product that you don't need to. You don't need that much. A little bit goes a long way with this product. So I'm going to use just the other end of this brush to try to get in the creases here. And if you are needing something to cover up like hyperpigmentation and melasma, I'm gonna sweep a little bit under this eye, sorry. I would actually recommend using the Aspen contour color, not as a contour color, but as a color corrector. So before you put all of this on your face and I just blend it in, I would put a very light base layer of Aspen contour on your face, on the areas of hyperpigmentation or melasma or freckles or whatever it is that you're wanting to conceal. It can also help with redness as well, but it has blue undertones and it can really make a world of difference in your coverage. And so I would put just a light base layer. You could even use the blush and bronzer brush for that light coverage of applying the Aspen color corrector, and then applying the rest of your makeup the way that I just did just now. It's not going to take, it might take a minute longer. It's not going to take much time at all. It's not going to add much time to your application, and it's still going to look beautiful. The reason I recommend the light layer with this product, you know, probably with the products that you're using now, you're used to having to, you know, the more you want to cover up, the more product you have to use, and that's definitely not the case with this makeup. It can actually almost start to look cakey almost if you apply too much, but it does a good job with coverage. So I want to make sure that you can see. I'm gonna use my perfector sponge just to pick up any excess product here. But as you can see, I've already got this youthful dewy glow, and I haven't even applied my illuminator yet. But I have like some hyperpigmentation. You can kind of see it right there, but I didn't use the Aspen either. But this is what full coverage looks like. I've got some, I should have showed you this before, but I've got some like hyperpigmentation on my forehead that you can see when it's really close up, that it covers up well. So this is full coverage. Let me know if you have any questions.